Just want to say, my wife went away for the day to spend some time with a grieving friend, and so I just put this show on at noon, and I've been watching almost the whole thing. It's just been really, really fun and really sweet. Usually on these things, I sort of drop in and go do some other stuff and then come back and all, but I've just had the whole thing on all day. It's just been really pleasant and heard a lot of really, really fun music, and I'm really happy to be part of it. And I see some friends of mine out there in the audience. Hello, Linda. Hello, Jill. And I also see John Barsotti in the Zoom here, and that's a name of almost 50 years ago when I was just a little baby musician. I brought my bands into San Francisco State's stereo recording workshop where Professor John Barsotti was teaching people how to be recording engineers, and we got to be the guinea pigs for that, and I still have several of the tapes that we made in those sessions. John, I'm sure you have helped, advised, counseled, and inspired thousands of people in the years since then, but I want to tell you, I still remember how much I learned from those experiences and how damn cool it was to get to go record in a real studio in 1974 when I was 20 years old. So thank you again for that. It's really nice to see you here today. I'm looking for a melody to sing a simple song. I'm just a little lonely now, but there's nothing really wrong. I find my inspiration where it's been all along. Blue Willamette River, sunset and a California dawn. Blue roses, the rose is sweeter when the blues are gone. I walk along the riverside where a rose grows in the sand. I should have been home yesterday, but I changed more than I planned. The sweet bouquet of springtime that jumped into my hand. Blue Willamette River, sunset and a California dawn. Blue roses, the rose is sweeter when the blues are gone. That's real love. So hard to define it. Don't you dare decline it. When it comes for you, you'll recognize it. You'll come to prize it. That's real love. That's real love. It's such a treasure to take such pleasure in your regard. We've done the hard part. Let's lead with hearts. That's real love. That's real love. There's nothing sweeter than life with freedom. My real love, it's everlasting. It's flabbergasting. That's real love. Weird hearing the sounds. It sounds very strange coming out of my speaker, and then I realized it was you applauding, John. Thank you. Both of those songs are on records of mine that are available at perfectible.net. I've got half a dozen full-length albums of mostly original music, some of it entirely improvised, some of it composed and arranged and played by professionals, and some of it is weird interpretations of Grateful Dead music. All of it at perfectible.net, and I accept direct donations as well. But today we're here in hopes that you bought a ticket or will buy a ticket to these QuaranPalooza things that John works so hard on, and they yield a nice donation to cancer causes, which is important to all of us. I'm married to a cancer survivor, so it's particularly of personal interest to me. This one's on a record called The Ones That Look the Weirdest Taste the Best. My name is Alice Andrews, and I know just where I stand. Descended from the Puritans who colonized this land. There's an old abandoned factory with our name up there in bricks. I've been sending out my resumes and hoping something sticks. The power of tradition is the power of trusting fate to hand me some good fortune when the hour is getting late. But work has not been steady since the dot bust of '01, and the fear of disappearing is preempting all my fun. My name is Ellis Andrews, and I've always done my chores. I'm the hero of my movie, just like you must be in yours. 20 years since graduation, I'm still searching for my groove and an outlet for my skills when the economy My name is Mary Andrews, and I'd like to keep my home, but we can't afford our mortgage on my salary alone. This family's failing fortunes may be more than I can take. I am married to a decent man who cannot get a break. My name is Elvis Android, and I don't care what you think. My most unanswered prayer is beat me up, this planet stinks. The power of tradition is the power to prevent, when genocidal profit is the task to which you're bent. When my optimism falters, I just turn on channel 2 to wallow in nostalgia for a life I never knew. My fathers had made a mess out of this place. If I had the wherewithal, I'd checkered flag the human race. This is a Townes Van Zandt song, and in my mind, one of the greatest songs ever written. I love those songs that are just sort of a universe unto themselves. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye. Sank into your dreams. Poncho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Poncho met his match, you know, in the desert down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word. That's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. Dust that Poncho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. Day they laid poor Poncho low. Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Well, there ain't nobody knows. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Poncho fell. Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. Desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold. So the story ends, we're told. Poncho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few gray federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose. In the town that still believes in magic, children play and laughter fills the air. It's a trip beyond imagination, a lovely place to have your soul repaired. In the town that still believes in magic. Music is the language of our peace. Every day is cause for celebration. Harmony, perspective, and release. Celebrate the ties that bind. Leave your fear and dread behind and rise. You will see it and believe it. It's revealed to you when you arrive. In the town that still believes in magic, people still buy records in the store. The concert hall is filled with people listening. You don't find that too often anymore. No, you don't find that too often anymore. No, you don't find that too often anymore. Oh, you don't find that too often. You. I had a song, this song is kind of a workplace travesty. I've often dedicated it to anybody who ever had a job, and I say that from the smug perspective of somebody who's been self-employed for more than 40 years. But I've come into contact with corporations. I've had to work with corporations and functionaries of corporations. And I've participated in some very strange cultures, corporate and otherwise. I think I'm right on the verge of going postal, 'cause the Dilberts are driving me insane. There's such a lack of enjoyment in my place of employment. It is time to initiate the end game. You see, I had me a job watching ice melt, but the action was more than I could take. So I took a position in another division. Now I spend my days watching hearts break, watching hearts break. It's a corporate culture like a Shark Tank. They can't even read your resume. But once you get hired, you can never get fired, though you have to be crazy if you do stay. if you do stay. And now a high guy in a tie-dye is waving bye-bye with a dry eye on a flyby in a high sky, singing my, why try? He's singing my, why try? Well, I was pissed 'cause I had to take a drug test. I was drunk, but they didn't seem to care. It's just my chemo solution to my moral pollution. Not a reason I shouldn't get to work there. Get to work there. And now I'm trying to find myself a new gig where the corporate culture ain't so cruel. The defamation machine is so efficient and mean, it makes adulthood alarmingly like high school. Like high school. And now a high guy in a tie-dye is waving bye-bye with a dry eye on a flyby in a high sky, singing my, why try? He's singing my, why try? I think in the time that remains, one more song here. It's I just read another one of those online lists of the 10 greatest Grateful Dead songs. First of all, in all my years as a music journalist, I carefully avoided list making and top tens and ranking this and that and the other, because I was also a musician and I didn't think that the competitive element or the the quantification of it all was a wise pursuit. So I've avoided making those lists, and everybody always asks, what's your favorite Grateful Dead show, and I can always pick one out. But this is a song that very rarely makes the top 10 lists of Grateful Dead songs, but I think it's one of their greatest songs, one of Robert Hunter and Jerry Garcia's greatest songs from their peak period of creativity, 1969 through 71 or so, when these guys were on this amazing songwriting binge. Someone's on the Skull and Roses record. Old man Dan, way down, down, down by the docks of the city. Blind and dirty, asked me for a dime for a cup of coffee. I got no dime, but I got some time to hear his story. My name is August West, and I love my Pearly Baker best more than my wine. More than my wine. More than my maker, though he's she's no friend of mine. Everyone say I'd come to no good. I knew I would Pearly believe them. Half of my life I spent doing time for some motherfucker's crime. The other half found me stumbling around drunk on burgundy wine. But I'll get back on my feet someday. The good Lord will hand if He said I may. I know that the I'm living's no good. I'll get a new start. Live the life I should. I'll get up and fly away. I'll get up and fly away, fly away. Pearly's been true to me, true to my dying day, he said. I said to him, I'm sure she's been true to you. Well, I know she's been, I'm sure that she's been true to you. I got up and wandered downtown, nowhere to go but just to hang around. I got a girl named Bonnie Lee. I know that girl's been true to me. I know she's been, I'm sure she's been true to me.
Nice.
Thank you all so very much for including me.
My pleasure. Great as always.
Thank you.